Ladies and gentlemen, this is a welterweight contest. It's 8 rounds, 3 minutes each round, with 2 falls or submissions or a knockout to decide. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you in the red corner on my left, Mr. Muscles, John England. On my right, his opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, a welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, a welcome for Golden Ace, John Naylor.
No worry about telling which is a popular one of these two. Golden Ace, John Naylor, of Wigan, of course, at 11 stone 6. Johnny England of Wolverhampton, 11 stone 11, just inside the limit. Another 8-round contest of 3 minutes per round. 2 falls to decide, and this is the 4th eliminator for the vacant welterweight title of Great Britain. One of these men will soon be joining Steve Gray, Jimmy Breaks, and Ken Joyce in the semi-final.
The first round.
Round 1 of 8. John Naylor in the light golden trunks, golden boots, and anyway the knee bandage. Mr. Physique, he was Mr. Europe in 1972, Mr. Adonis for ATV in 1973, Mr. England 75, and Mr. Central Britain in 1976. So he's also Mr. Midlands 6 times, incidentally, so that's not bad for one physical culturist. 10 professional wrestler in 76. But he's a little bit too sure of himself. I think the crowd don't like it too much. A little bit cocky with it. Very powerful. And Naylor will have to watch his step here. Naylor, one of the technical experts in the wrestling business. And as long as he keeps away from the strength holds, I think he'll be all right. Naylor agreed to that, but taking one hand away at the precise moment. And for a reason, no doubt. To get on his head and a quick forward whip. And a minute to go in the first round. And incidentally, at the end of the last bout, when you saw Johnny Wilson lying on the canvas, beaten by a technical knockout there by Big Bruno, he was carried off by St. John's Ambulance in a stretcher. So we haven't heard yet what the latest is on that left knee of Johnny Wilson. Half a minute to go in this 4th eliminator. Ten seconds. And pretty even so far. Of course, the welterweights and lightweights, because the lightweights are allowed to go up a weight, of course, to a welterweight, from all over Great Britain have entered for this competition. Johnny England, one of them, and 8 of them in the quarterfinals, of course. This is the last quarterfinal, and Johnny England, very cocky, confident, of course.
Seconds away, round 2.
So round 2, 7 to go. And the crowd would just love John Naylor to do something about the smile on Johnny England's face. But at the moment, England doing most of the attacking and most of the weakness. Very close to him, powerful one. And another good one. And Johnny England is getting all his own way at the moment. 4 great back weakness on those 4 postings. And we've just heard quickly from the dressing room about Johnny Wilson. He had a slipped cartilage, but I think St. John's Ambulance, along with Ken Joyce, managed to do something about it. But in the meantime, Naylor really taking a battering here from England. The crowd do not want that to continue at all. Quick dive after it, folding press, and he's got him. He's got him. You'll never get out of that one. In round 2, just 1 minute, 50 seconds. Just 1 minute, 50 seconds into that round. First one to John Naylor of Wigan.
And in round 2, the first fall of the match to John Naylor.
And just time while we're looking at the winner of that first fall to remind you that the promoters would also like to put over the tournament for the vacant European title as well as the British. So one day the European, French and German and Spanish promoters will get together and see who they send over to take on our boy for that European title.
Seconds away, round 3.
Round 3, 6 to go. Naylor in the golden trunks and boots, now leading 1-0 over Johnny England of Wolverhampton. Well, the smile, the arrogant smile now off Johnny England's face. If they should meet. Nothing will worry England more than he made a chump of. He's trying to get a body check in there. Not happy at all now, England. Back elbows and forearms, and inside forearms. Quite a few there in the back of Naylor's neck. He's caught him that time very nicely. Quickly back. Forearm smashed on him. That's the speed of Naylor showing up there. He wanted to attack Naylor. He's back to him. The crowd won't let him. And the hair. Naylor coming in with a punch, holding the hair. Oh. Naylor pleading that, I'm sorry, ref, but I couldn't resist that. I have been taking a lot from this fella. Well, they better get together soon. There's only about 20 seconds left. 15, in fact. So side headlock there. Awkward one with 3 seconds to go. Well, John Naylor from Wigan, he's leading, but he's still got troubles yet in this remaining 5 rounds of this bout. But for one, I'm sure the crowd here and you at home would love to see this fella in the
Seconds away,
semi-finals.
round 4.
And maybe even the final with luck. Round 4. Incidentally, one of the men who would have been in this tournament, Peter Tallyho-Kay, that'll giddy him up a bit. Hit. Yes. John Naylor got a bit giddy. Well, I'll try again. Peter Kay, now in the Burnley Hospital. He's suspected tropical disease after wrestling in Nairobi last year. We hope that you're better soon, Peter. I'm sorry you missed this particular tournament for the welterweight crown, but no doubt you'll have another chance. Oh yes, and the leg through Naylor's foot through there, and dangerous. And the woman at ringside helping him back. The seconds coming round, everybody helping him. Trying to get those ropes apart, and it's not easy. Good strong man there made it. A hope of 2 seconds. Now, what effect has that had on Naylor? Trouble. Oh, he's in trouble now. He's leading, but he's in trouble now. Of course, England's going straight for it on a single leg Boston, and he must submit from it. There's the equalizing submission in round 4. 1 minute, 45 seconds into the round. Well, they won't like England for that, but of course he's every right to go for the weakened crowd, but it was illegally weakened in this case, and that's why they won't like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 4th round. The 4th round, and an equalizing submission goes to John England. And also on behalf of your referee, the first public warning to John England.
Obviously, the referee, Max Ward, thinks the same as we were saying earlier. He has to allow the submission because it was legal, the actual submission hold, but he didn't like the way it was done from that foul move, so he dishes out a public warning. One each, 4 rounds to go.
Seconds away, round 5.
And the question is now, is John Naylor's left leg going to stand up to this? Of course, England going straight in for it on a single leg Boston again. If Naylor can just stop himself turning round. The heel did it, but he still grabbed another chance. Oh, he's halfway there. If he does this, he's got the bout 2-1. If this remains a draw, by the way, there will be a rematch before the semi-finals. So who goes into the semi-final? The promoters have made sure to leave time for it this time, rather than rely on the tossing of a coin, which wasn't popular with anybody. It's just a matter of whether John Naylor can get that left leg away and keep it away from England. Certainly from this single leg Boston move. I know how much Naylor wants this match to go into the semi-final. He just must not give somehow. The arrogant smile now back on England's face as this man suffers continuously with his left leg. He's sure he's got it. Knowing Naylor, not sure at all. Well, he's out of the Boston at the moment, but not out of the leg lock. Step over toe hold now with 1 minute left in the fifth. The spine drop, but at least it gets him out of trouble. Worries England, but Naylor's left leg, I don't know it's going to stand up to this at all. England, of course, going straight for it again. Half a minute left. The crowd stamping, they don't like it, but of course, as long as he stays, his moves stay legal, there's nothing that anybody can do about it. Oh, that was illegal, definitely on the bottom rope. And Naylor's got Naylor angry on the barrel too. Very angry now, Naylor, and really going in with the punches. And the referee can hardly blame him for that after what he just took. Well, Naylor limping back to his corner. This man was long end of a punch then after what he did, putting his full weight on Naylor's left leg on the bottom rope. But there's still 3 rounds for him to hold on.
6 away, round 6.
1 each, 1 public warning against England. And Naylor very lucky not to have a public warning against him. The leg seems to be coming back a little bit now as he's flexing it. Still, he'd rather England didn't get at it. Here he goes again. He let go of that one. He let go of that ankle. Therefore, he had to release on that move. But Naylor angry, and he's going to get some of his own back on the corner now. Nobody would blame, I don't think, except the referee, maybe. Just throwing him through the top 2 ropes there. I don't blame England really for making sure he went through. He would have been in trouble if he bounced back then. But he's got to come back in now. Well, no count, of course, because it was an illegal move that sent him out. Got into the center of the ring. Can he go for a Boston? No, he's going for a posting, I think. No, another spin. He's going to get him up again. That slowed him down last time. And he's got a minute. And lucky try, a high one. I'm not quite sure of the date at the moment. He's got 25 seconds to go. All Naylor wants to do is cover the center of the ring. Doesn't trust him at all in any of the ropes. And why should he? Just 8 seconds, and Naylor continuing with that hair. He's going to get a public warning if he does. On the bell now. It's a pity when a John Naylor bout starts causing trouble, because it really is such a great wrestler, this man. But if he's not allowed to wrestle because of foul moves, he eventually loses his cool a bit. And that was in the interval, that drop kick, with his man facing the other way. Max Ward regretfully has to give a public warning.
Seconds away, round 7. Ladies and gentlemen, John Naylor receives his first public warning.
And I don't think you grapple fans anywhere can say that they've often seen John Naylor receive a public warning. So it's one each now, falls and public warnings. So round 7 starting a little silently then. But it's England in trouble, and it could be permanent trouble as far as this bout's concerned. No, he's up quickly, and England getting pressed, but it's still a chance of a fall for Naylor, a folding press, and he's got it. Just over a minute into round 7, Naylor the winner by 2 falls to 1 submission. Despite the bad left leg, Naylor gets it and into the semi-final along with the other 3. John.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the deciding fall gives the verdict to Golden Ace John Naylor.